12 solid years, and Chelsea are here to break the resolve at Manchester United. Now, come to think of it, people will say if it was in African setting, they would have said probably Manchester United, they use juju in local parlance, which is voodoo, because it's been 12 whole years and Manchester United are yet to lose to Chelsea even in their worst form. 12 years now and Chelsea are yet to beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. Looking at the tactical setup of the game, Manchester United obviously cannot work with this 3-4-3. Chelsea obviously came out the better team overall. Yes, when the match started, Manchester United were like a house on fire. But after a while, the momentum dropped. It was very obvious. Man U's midfield could not retain the ball, and you could see that ball retention was a huge issue for Manchester United. Chelsea controlled the tempo better, and they were the better side. You could see that Chelsea, if given more time in this match, could have actually won this match. Amorim keeps shooting himself in the foot. Now, in midfield, you are starting a midfield that can't hold on to the ball, and they had to be using the wings. The wings were overused. You understand? There was no supply from the midfield into the attack, and you could see that Mbemo and Ahmad had to struggle a lot. Coming into this match today, everyone gave it or probably tilted it in favor of Chelsea, obviously, because starting the season, Chelsea looked like a more compact team, a team that had it all together. But Manchester United are here nor there. But it seems that red card was just another voodoo that Manchester United has concocted to stop Chelsea from breaking that course. What a match. Chelsea were obviously, if not for the red card, would have gotten at least a draw from this match. And I'm very sure if Chelsea hadn't gotten the red card in the first half and there was balance in terms of numerical balance, Manchester United, I'm not sure, would have gotten a win from this match. They looked depleted in midfield. They looked confused. All the second balls, Chelsea were all over the pitch. I must commend Chelsea. Chelsea were the best team tonight. They were the better team, and looking no further, Manchester United got the 3 points, but Chelsea won my heart tonight. Quite unfortunate for Robertson. He probably didn't communicate with his defender, because I guess a Chelsea defender was already coming out, but he wasn't sure if Mbemo was going to get to that ball before him. And I think that tilted the match in favor of Manchester United, and it's just a bad omen for Chelsea. But obviously it was a clear red, and there's no two ways about it. Was that from Casemiro? Why would you pull a player down when he was in transition? You already knew that you were one man up and you had the advantage. You should have just been able to slide or do something or talk to one of your other players. The boy was definitely not going to do anything with the ball. But you just gifted them and brought them back into the match, because that red card was unwarranted. Casemiro, what was that? Waiting be this. You just you just threw away the advantage for Manchester United, and Manchester United could have paid dearly for it. It's obvious that his teammates were not reminding him of the yellow card he was on, because if he was conscious of that, I'm sure he wouldn't have made that silly tackle. That was very, very silly from an experienced player like Casemiro. I wasn't expecting that from him. Waiting they do you, Casemiro. What was that for? But anyway, kudos to Chelsea. Chelsea played better. They dominated the game, and I would say they deserved at least a draw in this match. But anyway, Manchester United got the 3 points, and that's all that matters. Better luck next time, Chelsea. The red card to Robert Sanchez changed the atmosphere of the game, and looking at what Maresca did, removing the 3 attacking midfielders was needed. Bringing in Tosin Adarabioyo in for Estavio, and giving Chelsea much more balance in the game, which was obvious. Maresca's tactics were spot on, save for the red card to Robert Sanchez, and you could see that he was still able to manage his game frame, even though Man U had the numerical advantage, which caused a shift in his formation, giving Man U the momentum, and allowing Manchester United to use the width and crosses, which got Chelsea into a defensive mode. But overall, when Casemiro got the red card, you could see that Chelsea were excited and got their charges together, got themselves together, controlled the tempo, and pegged Manchester United back. Manchester United couldn't even win the second balls. Chelsea were all over the game, and you could see that Chelsea, if this match was still about 30 minutes more, could go on to get a draw and even a win, because Manchester United were obviously just waiting for the full-time whistle. Marking was zero, intensity was zero. Ahmad, when attacking, no one coming in behind. Mbemo, when attacking, you could see that Mbemo was lost and tired. There was no transition from the midfield due to the gap in the midfield, and Chelsea exploited that tremendously. United's midfield problem still persists. This 3-4-3 system of Chelsea opened up Manchester United to the world, and we could see that midfield cannot work. It cannot work. Imagine if it was a Liverpool or Arsenal that Manchester United played such or showed such performances against. They would have been found out and torn apart. But the 2 goals came after the red card and gave Manchester United the advantage. Though Manchester United held the momentum, which brought about the red card, definitely pressure from Manchester United cost the red card, and obviously the advantage Manchester United capitalized on. This guy, Amorim. Why are you so stubborn? What is in it for you? I mean, why are you so hell-bent on this 3-4-3? You do not have the tactical setup that helps these players in bringing out what you want. 4-3-3 would have been best for this Manchester United team. You do not have the players that can hold the ball in the midfield. Casemiro, who best fits into this scenario, is old and tired. Bruno Fernandes is more of an attacking midfielder. Marking, running after the balls, wears him out. Ugarte, obviously, misplaced passes, looks lost in the match, can't even dictate the tone of the match. The only bright spot in that setup is Kobe Mino. But I don't know what and why he keeps benching that boy. We could see what Kobe Mino did against Manchester City when he came in. He held his ground, and Manchester United dictated the momentum in the last 10 minutes against Manchester City. I beg your pardon. And you brought him in when the match was almost done. To come and do what? I saw no reason why you brought in Ugarte in the first place when you had Kobe Mino on the bench. Well, what I will say is, I'm sure many Manchester United fans all over the world would be glad that Manchester United had the 3 points, but it's not a convincing one. And you could see that Chelsea, despite losing, would hold their heads high, knowing that they gave it their all, but it was just unfortunate that Manchester United ran away with the 3 points. This is the sports verdict. Beyond the stats, beyond the story, the verdict. We need your comments, and please subscribe to the channel.